I can add a goal. And I'm not adding a goal for super chats. What the hell? What's happening, bro? Who's everybody picking for this matchup? I think Gamrot's going to beat him, unfortunately. I kind of feel like Gamrot's going to beat Oliveira. I hope I'm wrong, but I think Gamrot's going to beat him. How's the game going, bro? Yeah, still going steady enough. Not like anything major has happened to the point where I'm going to make another video on it. What's happening? MMA Tomo Mo. You think he's going to win by decision? I just don't see it. Although I could see a sub from him. Like, I think there's more of a chance of him subbing Gamrot than beating him by decision, in my opinion. The champion has a name. Do you think Charles will retire if he loses? I mean, he says he won't, but like, that's probably the perfect place to retire if you're him. Are you wearing a hoodie? Yo, are you fucking on life support or what? Yes, of course I'm wearing a hoodie. What does it look like? Yeah, he might lock up a sub from Gamrot taking him down. Or maybe Gamrot's taking the fight in short notice, he gasses a bit, and then Oliveira can capitalise. But Oliveira's it's a massive weight cut for Oliveira. Like, are you eating? No, I'm drinking. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, at least Gamrot doesn't have like crazy knockout power. Cheers for posting this, bro. Yeah, no problem, man. It's a good list. Yeah, yo, if he beats Gamrot, he's not beating Holloway though. That's just not gonna happen. Yeah, hopefully he does fight Max next. I'd like to see that, but what happened to you making graphic tees? Good question. I didn't realize at the start. Thank you for the follow. I am doing good, man. I didn't realize that I couldn't. It sounds stupid, like how the fuck did I not know that? But I didn't know that I couldn't make those t-shirts like legally. I know you see people who make those t-shirts and sell them, but because like I show my face and shit like that on TikTok, I don't have the rights to any Oliveira images, even off Google. ChatGPT said I'm not allowed to do it. It's illegal. So ChatGPT knows more about the law than I do. So that's why. Although I would make them again if I was able to sell them again, I'd reopen the shop, sell the Oliveira tees. I've got loads. I had the Leon Edwards ones. I was banking on him beating Bilal Muhammad. He didn't win. So that was a waste of time. But I had like other designs coming up, like Poirier, Holloway. Yo, I'm not Charles Rodin. Shut the fuck up. Or no, I'm not fighting Charles Rodin. Shut the fuck up. Pereira should be ahead of Pantoja. Nah, I don't think so. Don't think so. Pantoja's got that crazy win streak behind him now. Pereira's lost that. Who should Johnny Walker fight next? I'd actually kind of like to see Johnny Walker, Yuri Prohaska. Fight that makes no sense, but I think it's pretty cool. When's your next fight? I'm getting surgery on my nose in November. November the 12th, so yo, I'll only ever be fighting again if Misfits want to bring me my money. Although, I don't know. I'll see when I got my nose sorted, see what happens. Yeah. Gaethje Taporia is genius matchmaking on the UFC's behalf. Thanks, man. Nah, Rakic is fighting. Ah, who the fuck's Rakic fighting? Rakic is fighting at UFC 321. I can't remember the name. Asmat Mirzakhanov, is it? Gamrot's not a threat after round one. Yes, he is. Keep talking. I'm almost finished. Shut the fuck up. I don't think it's sad for Armin to be getting the title fight. Both book Holloway versus Armin for vacant title next year. I'm picking Gamrot probably. Yeah, I seen John Pork. Nah, Elliot. I think Elliot beat Gaethje, beat Armin. Well, he'll beat Gaethje. We need to see what happens with Islam, but it's hard to know what Elliot's definitely going to do until we see what happens with Islam. Can I join? No. Paddy Pimblett, Max Holloway, fight night main event in Liverpool next year, February. Yo, tell me that. Tell me that doesn't make sense. Yo, I'm not Marab. No, I forgot part. Yo, if Ilya Taporia and his wife have split up, Gaethje's being put on a t-shirt. Gamrot won. Yeah, Gamrot is going to win. That doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense? I would like all. Well, do you know what? No, I wouldn't mind if Gamrot wanted something different at the top of the division. That's apparently it's the number one contender fight. So if Dan Hooker wins, they're probably going to give him the fight. No. Divorce Taporia. Yo, that's going to be a crazy, like, mythical fighter. Bros wrestling is not there. Who's? Yeah, I think there's a good chance Gamrot wins. You got heartbroken. Max versus Paddy, yeah. Fight night main event in Liverpool, I think that makes sense. That's a massive fight. And the UK or the UFC go to the UK every year, take it away from London, go to Liverpool. That's massive. That's fucking mega. They're not going to do Anfield. But why are people saying you won't get Paddy Pimblett on a fight night? The pay-per-view model's dead after December. So if they're fighting next year at a fight night main event, pay-per-views are gone anyway. So it doesn't matter. I've got Gamrot. I think it's chains wrestling. I think his chain wrestling will just be too much for Oliveira. Oliveira does this thing when he fights these like proper wrestlers where he spends too long on his back. Are you Indian? Are you blind? Now I understand that Alex Pereira was sick in the last fight, but it was a crazy difference in performance. Like, he didn't even let his hands grow a beard. Yo, are you blind? I reckon they'll put it on a massive American card. They probably will. They probably will put it on one of those numbered events. I just think Paddy Pimblett, Max Holloway, Fight Night main event in Liverpool is a massive event. And it's something different. Like, why can't the UFC do something different? Why is it constantly the same fucking places? When's the teeth reveal? I don't have any. Yeah, for the White House card. Yeah, I know. I also think the White House card is going to be a bit of a letdown. Mm, no, I'm gonna go Figueiredo. Ah, fuck. I want Figueiredo to win. Long reveal? Yeah, that's a bit weird. MVP Adesanya is never gonna happen. Tongue reveal when? Can we start with a weird request? Mm, mm. Yeah, it'll be like McGregor Chandler main event, Kayla Harrison Amanda Nunes co-main event or some shit, and then do you know what though? I don't know if this is a bit of a weird take for me. Is Ankalaev losing to Pereira bad for the division? Because Pereira saying he wants to fight John Jones. That fucks everything up. Gamrot beats him. You've got to make it bigger than 300. If McGregor's main event in the card, it won't be big. They won't have the card will probably end up being bigger because McGregor will be on at the White House, but it won't have the same like massive big fun fights throughout like 300 did. Gamrot beats Charles. Yeah, I don't actually think. I think that's a bit of a weird take if you're not picking Gamrot at this point, to be honest. Nose hair reveal. I've got so much of that shit. I swear, and like this might come across weird. The nose hair trimmer I have, I swear that shit's just a vibrator. That shit cuts nothing. I need a new one. I can't tell if you're Marabri and Gary. None. If Alex beats Tom, would you consider him the GOAT? Yeah, probably. Walmart Erie. You're American. Yeah. I think they're actually charging the UK audience for Aspro's next fight. Bro's balding. Where? Tell me where. If I was balding, I wouldn't be getting a buzz cut. I'll tell you that for free. I'm from Northern Ireland. That's where I'm from. Why'd your mom name you Kellen Walsh? You spelled mom wrong. It's M-U-M, not M-O-M. Yeah? What? Good luck against Charles this weekend. Yeah, that's hilarious. Going in welterweight. I think he smokes Vicente Luque. And I'm trying to think of the rest of the division. He'd be like a Colby. A big thing for Joel Alvarez was his size, pause in the lightweight division. But he is very skilled. I think he could maybe. I think he goes far. Like Joel Alvarez is good. What's that behind you? Don't know. Make sure you tell us about Rio. No, I think this will be a fun fight. The scrambles and all, it'll be good. Also, Gamrot's very hittable, so Oliveira could stop him. Yeah, Shavkat is the most glazed. How the fuck are people still saying this guy deserves a title fight when he's going to be out for ages? And like, I just don't get it. Yeah, he is. Nah. Do you think is the best lock? I don't even know who is an underdog. I actually don't really know what this card is. You've got Joel Alvarez Vicente Luque. The main event, Figueiredo's in the card. I'm actually looking this shit up in Topology. Opinion about the main event. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think Gamrot wins. Davison Figueiredo, Montel Jackson. That's the co-main event. Thank you for the follow, man. Yo, PMD, you keep asking the same question. Like, it wasn't funny first time. It's not funny the 59th time you send it in, my boy. Yeah. Jonathan Deniz versus Mario Pinto. Could this be a prospect in the heavyweight division? Remember Vitor Petrino whenever he just stuffed his head into Anthony Smith's fucking guillotine? Walter Walker's on the card against Muhammad Usman. Yo, is Walter Walker the only prospect that the division has? Yo, is Muhammad Usman's a massive underdog. I'm not even going to try and convince myself that Muhammad Usman's going to win. Why? Yeah, I've got Gamrot. If Charles beats Gamrot, is he top 15 all time? Yo, what the fuck are you on about? Yeah. I seen someone say he would go 5 rounds with Max Holloway and beat him by landing like 300 significant strikes. Mick Parkin wins your next fight. I'm not Mick Parkin. All right, match up the top of the light heavyweight division. Let me load up the division. Yeah, they do. A lot of people do that. Or a lot of people pretend to like stuff. Like, for example, I'm gonna be honest, people are gonna disagree with me. Valentina Shevchenko, Zhang Weili, ass. Yeah. It's a matchup that's gonna be shit, but people are gonna be like, oh, what do you mean it's gonna be shit, man? It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be such a fun matchup. It's not, it's gonna be shit. Like majority of every other women's MMA fight. Being honest, it's going to be shit. When was Valentina Shevchenko's last fun fight? When was Zhang Weili's last amazing fight? People will say UFC 300. Outside of like round 1, it wasn't a great fight. Yeah. If it was a fun, exciting fight, I would say it's a fun, exciting fight. Right. Matchmaking the light heavyweight division. Pereira, Carlos Solberg, Ankalaev, Khalil Rountree, Yuri Prohaska, Jan Blachowicz if he beats Bogdan, Jamal Hill, Dominic Reyes, Alexander Rakic is booked. Think Volkan Oezdemir is booked. Volkan Oezdemir is against what? Alonso Manyfield, I think. Zhang Mingyang can fight someone out of the rankings. And maybe do Krylov, Johnny Walker too. I don't know. Mm, Jimmy Crute, yeah, that's not a bad matchup. Yo, I want to see Yuri Johnny Walker. I think Yuri knocks. Yeah, Ian Gary has beaten Bilal. You're right. Ian Gary does beat Bilal Muhammad. That's so true. That's so true. Good luck for this weekend. You I'm not Gamrot. Let's cut that out immediately. If Dan Hooker wins, he's gonna probably fight for the belt. Although I wouldn't mind if Dan Hooker won. They done Dan Hooker Holloway BMF. Gamrot title run. Yeah, Gamrot is on a title run. Yo, look what's happening, my boy. Charles via knockout. Yo, I need the streams to be clipped. I need someone to be a clipper for me. Is it pink? Yo, I'm gonna genuinely smash my entire setup if I hear anything that vulgar again in my life, yeah? Is it pink? If Max beats Paddy, he's surely next. He's next, surely. Yeah, Max is one win off fighting for the belt, in my opinion. Yeah, that actually isn't a bad fight. Zhang Ming Yang, though, needs to fight someone out of the rankings because of the way he lost. Who's got the best job in MMA? Best job? Volk's got a really good job. Would you watch a card with Nelk Boys and Nina for a mill without getting annoyed? Yes. Have you ever heard of a barber? No, what's that? I've got Gamrot winning. Yeah, O'Malley Yan needs to happen. I think O'Malley Sanhagen's another fight I want to see. Yeah. Do I UFC what 21 watch along? Yo, what do you mean? Am I doing a watch along for UFC 321? Why do you think Charles loses? I think he's going to spend too long on his back when Gamrot takes him down. Gamrot's going to rack up a lot of control time. Yeah, we'll be doing a watch along. It's on a normal time for us, isn't it? Cousin Gamrot title run. Yo, what does that mean? I think they will do Song Yadong O'Malley UFC 323. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. It's a fight that makes sense. Song Yadong, where is he? Where are you? It all depends on what happens with Islam. Good luck with your fight against Charles. Yo, I'm not Gamrot, mate. I've told you this numerous times, yeah? Look. It's the last pay-per-view of the year. I think it might be the last event of the year. I'm not too sure though. I know they do like a 2 week break. So they do. Yo, how's shit with the scorecards for the PFL? For the Paul Hughes fight? Hopped off what? It might, yeah, it probably is then. Yeah, the last event only is a fight night. You're right. Joel Alvarez is a welterweight now, so I don't think he's coming back down. Who'd be a good matchup? Grant Dawson. Give him the shot. Let Grant Dawson fight him. Yo, who's Joe? Yo, I'm not Joe Pfeiffer, if that's what you're trying to say. Yeah. Remember that Joaquin Buckley smoked Colby Covington? Had everybody thinking that he was going to smoke Usman. I think the first event on Paramount is a numbered card. I think that is going to be the Taporia fight. I thought they would have done Hamzat opening up Paramount because he's Muslim. He doesn't celebrate Christmas. I thought he maybe would have took the opportunity to be the main event. Shout out John Pork. Yo, I don't look like Ron Dawson. Yeah, I thought they would have done Hamzat Adamavov because of the whole religion thing. Because Hamzat's not going to fight during Ramadan. I don't want to follow you. Then don't. Nah, Ilya's going to be a new mythical fighter after the breakup. I'm calling him. Yo, I'm not Jan. I'm not Jan Blachowicz. I'm not Grant Dawson. I'm not Gamrot. When are you live? Yo, you're watching it. How much more mythical can he get? Yeah, true. Yo, let's stop lying by saying you told everyone Pereira was going to win. Hamza beats Pereira. Main card predictions. Aspinall, Volkov, Umar. I actually can't even remember. What are the other fights in the card? Max can become lightweight or lightweight champion. I agree. Are you standing right now? No. Nice Adidas hoodie. Yo, open your eyes. Yeah. Open these. Shut up. John DeRoba is going to beat Mackenzie Dern probably. Rakic Murzakanov. Isn't that who it is? Asmat Murzakanov. That's who he's fighting, isn't it? Batista's going to fraud check Umar. Nah. You should grow a beard. Yo, what's this on my face? Yeah, what's this I'm brushing? Yeah, Chandler versus Holloway. Yo, Michael Chandler has been given some crazy opportunities in the UFC. Yeah, I agree. UFC 314 was probably my favorite because I was out in Vegas, so I was able to watch it like one of the outdoor things, and it was just good. Good to see Volk win the bout back. Debut at Pitbull, someone I wanted to see in the UFC forever. Shit debut though. Co-main event was awesome. What was your first UFC card? Trying to think. I used to watch a lot of like The Ultimate Fighter when I was younger. The Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans one. My dad used to watch that, and that's what kind of got me into it. And then I just watched like singular fights. First event, like full event, I watched. Fuck, I can't even remember what my first full event would have been. One of the McGregor ones. Nah, it wasn't Nate Connor. It was maybe like Connor, Chad Mendes, maybe. The game. Yeah, the games were good, although they're a bit repetitive now. I wish they would do a bit better, like, with changing it up with shit. But anyway, that's going to do me for tonight. Adios, amigos. Be on tomorrow, probably.